Let me bring in our journalist, Huffington Post senior political reporter and politics managing editor Amanda Terkel, and Chicago Sun-Times Washington bureau chief Lynn Sweet. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a White House, frankly, Lynn, that has been reluctant to fire people. That's been a criticism of the Obama administration. And so far, publicly, the president has been supportive of Secretary Shinseki. But how much danger is he in?
Well, I think he will eventually be cycled out, just as Kathleen Sebelius saw herself as under fire, wanted to finish the immediate task at hand, and then she resigned. Actually, with the many bipartisan calls for him to fix it, that is the first job. And then at the same time, he has to find out what went wrong. But I would be surprised if he sees himself, and if more important, if the White House sees himself as a distraction, Chris, to getting this fixed, then I could see him leaving, not now, but in due course.
And in fact, Amanda, Senator Tester had asked the question earlier, whether or not what Congress has done, they have oversight over this. They knew of some of the complaints of the backlogs. So particularly the Republicans who are calling for Shinseki's resignation, is there an element of glass houses and throwing stones?
Yeah, I mean, this is a failure all around, and this is going to be something that isn't just going to last with this president and this Congress, but it's going to get worse and worse unless it's dealt with. I mean, President Obama did not get us into the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan, but it is now something that he is going to deal with. President Bush was able to leave office before the full weight of what it will take to deal with our veterans will really entail and will really cost. And so this is something that Congress and the president really need to take a very close look at so it doesn't get much worse.
There's another big political story this morning analyzing last night's primary results. Big headline, two Tea Party-backed candidates defeated their establishment opponents, Ben Sasse in Nebraska, Alex Moon in West Virginia. And this comes on the heels of the establishment candidates winning in North Carolina's Senate primary. So, Lynn, are we seeing a Tea Party comeback?
Well, in certain spots, sure. Whether or not this is going to be a national wave in the way it was in 2010, I think these local victories just are too soon to tell that, but it sure gives them a shot in the arm, and the Tea Party needed it because the narrative had been in recent weeks that the Tea Party is losing its influence.
And conservative groups, money groups, Amanda, are doing some self-congratulatory laps. Citizens United, the Senate Conservatives Fund, Madison Project, they all gave money to these candidates. Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin supported Sasse, who actually, as has been widely reported, was at some loggerheads with Mitch McConnell over some of his alignments, but tells Chuck Todd he can support Mitch McConnell. I wonder if the Sasse victory does indeed breathe new life into Matt Bevin's challenge of McConnell from the right, or is it really still about the general election and Ellison, Lundergan, Grimes?
Well, I think that some Tea Party groups are even starting to come to grips with the fact that it looks like Mitch McConnell will be able to beat Matt Bevin. But I think where the Tea Party groups can claim some victory is that the Republican Party has shifted very far to the right, and that has been in part due to the Tea Party movement, the rallies that we've seen over the past few years, which don't seem to be popping up as much in this election. But the Tea Party has helped shift the narrative and helped shift the dialogue and push the Republican Party to the right. So I think they can say that they have sort of changed the conversation quite a bit and had some influence.
Amanda Terkel, Lynn Sweet, on a very interesting morning in politics. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.